Do you think the world is becoming a happier place? Do you think the world has more peace in their heart? Do you think as you see these things unfold, do you think that people are actually happier, actually loving each other? Incredibly selfish generation, and I've been guilty of this too. An incredibly selfish generation. Self-seeking generation. And what you can see unfolding in this world is the result of that. Families are breaking down. People are turning to harder and harder drugs, younger and younger. People don't care about each other. Disease, murder, everything is on the increase. And that is part of the agenda.
Hello, brothers. Today I'll show you how articles on narcissism have been off track describing narcissism, and also I'll point out two important issues correlated with narcissism epidemia. I believe when MGTOW understand what narcissism really is, its causes and consequences, there will be a greater understanding about most of what MGTOW across the world talk about. Here are some recent results from articles on narcissism. According to CNN article from March 13, 2015, narcissists aren't born, they're made. Thus is vaguely correct. There are far more to narcissism than described on this article. Please see the link below, which is a video response. In addition, the other articles continue with vague information about narcissism. The exact cause and consequences of narcissistic personality disorder is not known. However, many researchers and mental health professionals believe it results from a combination of unknown factors. Therefore, it's not known what causes narcissistic personality disorder. As with other mental disorders, the cause is likely complex. What a bunch of bullshit is being written about narcissism, as you've just heard a possessive article. I've read it to you. The articles continue misguiding information, like as follows: narcissism is about egocentric behavior that occurs as a result of low self-esteem or feeling inferior in certain situations, caused by a gap between the ideal self, standards set by others, for example, parents, and the real self. As you can see, there is a significant information description gap between what so-called specialists and narcissism survivors. I'll now show you indication narcissism is reaching epidemic levels. Narcissism epidemic. The narcissism epidemic. Psychologists Jean M. Twenge and W. Keith Campbell explore the rise of narcissism culture and explain how this can lead to aggression, materialism, and shallow values. We don't have to look very hard to find it. It is everywhere. On a reality TV show, a girl planning her 16th birthday party wants a major road blocked off so a marching band can proceed her grand entrance on a red carpet. A book called My Beautiful Mommy explains plastic surgery to young children whose mothers are going under the knife for the trendy mommy makeover. 5 times as many people undergo plastic surgery and cosmetic procedures as 10 years ago, and ordinary people hire fake paparazzi to follow them around to make them look famous. Narcissism epidemic. Why there are so many narcissists now. High school students physically attack classmates and post YouTube videos of the beatings to get attention. And for the past several years, people have been buying McMansions and expensive cars on credit they can't afford. Evidence for the rise in narcissism continues to come up in research and news. A study by psychologist Dr. Nathan Dewall and his team found a statistically significant trend toward narcissism and hostility in popular music since the 80s. Sean Bergman, an assistant professor of organizational psychology at Appalachian State University in Boone, North Carolina, notes that narcissism levels among millennials are higher than previous generations. From the triumph of Botox to the rise of social networking and soccer teams that give every kid a trophy, GNM Twinge is constantly on the lookout for signs of a narcissism crisis in the world. If the research is correct, then there are a lot of people that you should avoid like the plague the next time you visit the local club or frat party. Sadly, narcissists don't have warning labels printed across their foreheads. That means you need to be aware of the red flags and learn about narcissism. Are there famous narcissists? Known people with narcissistic personality disorder. 1. Paris Hilton. 2. Adolf Hitler. 3. Madonna. 4. Joseph Stalin. 5. Countess Erzsébet Bathoryta Exed. 6. Brian Blackwell. 7. Kim Kardashian. How to identify a female narcissist. Physical appearance. She dresses provocatively, flaunting sexually suggestive body parts. She places high value on brand names and feels entitled to wear the best. She frequently purchases new clothing and does not distinguish between wants and needs. She is more likely to have plastic surgery, most commonly breast augmentation. She will invest in a professional photographer for a portrait that she uses on Facebook or for online dating. Character. She often seeks favorable treatment and automatic compliance. She believes that she is special and that she deserves fame, fortune, success, and happiness. She is highly materialistic. She lacks empathy and even common courtesy at times. She puts others down, including you. She does not hesitate to exploit others. She blames others for problems. Narcissists don't believe that they make mistakes and lack the ability to process shame. She is dishonest and often lies to get what she wants. She will never admit this. She is psycho. She engages in risky behaviors, has an addictive personality, and is prone to aggressive behavior when rejected. She is unpredictable in her moods and actions. You have trouble figuring out what she wants and where you stand. A woman doesn't need to have all of these traits to make lousy relationship partner. If you can check off even a few of these characteristics, you should head for the hills as fast as you can. The traits related to physical appearance should be apparent immediately or within a short time of meeting. Think for a moment. There are famous narcissistic people in government, lawmakers, healthcare providers, judges, lawyers, professors, researchers, and executive in Fortune 500 organizations. Do you sincerely believe the current misinformation has not been designed and deployed by such a psychotic group? Therefore, MGTOW brothers, I recommend accessing the information provided on the links below to understand how MGTOW have been affected by narcissistic women. You'll most likely realize that most of what MGTOW talk about is linked to narcissistic women. As I say, knowledge is power, and I hope I've contributed to expand your knowledge so that you've more power to decide what to do with your free will. Thank you for watching this video, and I wish you peace.